Oh, will you guys? Holy freaker, it is so pretty outside. So pretty. I've been trying to get people to come outside with me and let me sort of violate their face with my camera all day, but so far no luck. So that's okay. We'll figure something out. I might cut out pictures of like random people off the internet and put them on popsicle sticks and hold them in front of pretty things and no. I'm sorry. Anyway, today is my baby brother's birthday! And he's turning 15, so I guess he's not so much of a baby. But, I figured that I'd sort of tell you a story in honor of the occasion and the day. Really quickly, so 15 is sort of a big birthday here because you can drive for the first time, and the state is legally like, hey, you! We think you're responsible enough to be on our roads, which is really frightening. It's insane. I didn't actually get my my permit until I was like 16 and a half. So we'll see how long it takes him to sort his thing out. I have a feeling he's gonna end up being able to drive a little bit sooner than but that's okay. It's all good. No harm done. Anyway, so, I'm gonna sneeze. Don't you love sneezing? I feel like a new person every time I sneeze. Like I'm rebirthed all of a sudden as some wonderful human being because I'll stop. So this goes back to probably fall, the story that I'm about to tell you. Story time! And at this point in my life, 6 months ago, I was kinda crazy. I'm still crazy. What am I talking about? But I was going through this whole, like, Doug, why don't you like me? Ordeal, and I just felt like he hated me, and I was like, listen, Doug, like, I'm sorry that I'm your only option, but you don't have any other siblings. I am all that you have. Cherish me. You have to talk to me. I'm the only other person you have. I'm sorry that Mom and Dad didn't birth 500 children so that you could be selective, but we don't have time to be selective. We share blood. Talk to me. Be my friend. And, like, I was sort of crazy on that. I would always complain to my mom, like, Mom, Doug just doesn't like me. I'm an awesome older sister, and Doug just doesn't like me. Why don't you like me? Yeah, I'm crazy. I have my flaws, but I'm overall a pretty cool older sister, and I just want to be his pal. Right? Would you mind having me as an older sister? No, I'd like to have myself as an older sister. Maybe. Yeah. So I was going through this whole, like, mission, get Doug to like me and get him to talk to me. And now that I think about it, the path that I took, I'm sorry, you guys, there's been this car. It's like a little Lego car, almost. You know how they were, like, little boxes and, like, this big? If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you didn't have a childhood, and I feel really sad for you. It's never too late, though. You can still go out and purchase the Lego car, and I'll let you know. But it's driven by, like, 6 times, and I'm just trying to figure out what this Lego man in his Lego car is trying to do. Probably looking for the Lego house. I don't think we have a Lego house in this neighborhood. It'd be kind of cool if we did. Anyway, so I devised this little plan, and my parents went out of town and left some money on the table for food and a car. So I, being the trickster that I am, I was like, aha, and I casually walked downstairs once they had left, and I said, hey, Doug, and he was like, what? And I said, Mom and Dad left some money. We have to get in the car so that we can go and drive and get food. And then I'll bring you back and you can return to video games or whatever you're doing. It won't be a problem. It really won't. We'll do it quickly. And so he got in the car, sort of grumbling, and I proceeded to slowly back out of the driveway and drive down the street and turn out of my neighborhood onto the main road. And when I got on the main road, I drove. I proceeded to drive for 3 hours, refusing to stop the car until you talked to me. I was like, so listen, dog, you're stuck in the car now because I'm driving and you can't get out while the vehicle is moving, and I'm gonna keep driving until you talk to me. Why won't you talk to me? Tell me about your life. I'm your older sister. All I want to know is, like, your life. I'm not crazy. I promise I'm not crazy. I'm just driving the car and I'm kidnapping you because you won't talk to me. It's for your own good. I just want a good relationship with you. And now that I look back on it, if you want someone to like you and talk to you, kidnapping might not be the ideal way of accomplishing that, but it was effective. I drove for a solid 3 hours. It was probably a waste of gas, refusing to pull over the car until we had several conversations about life, and we got to know each other a little better in those solid 3 hours of kidnapping. He eventually got out my phone and first called Mother, who was put on speakerphone, and the conversation went something like, Lauren, pull over the car and let your brother out. And after that conversation ended and I still was driving, Doug threatened to call 911, which is our emergency number. He was gonna call the police. And you look at me and you say, he would not call the police on you. Well, yeah, I to his, I had kidnapped him, and I had held him hostage for 3 hours, and I don't know, I wasn't willing to take the risk, because I think in those 3 hours, we took some, steps in the right direction of having a functional family relationship. And I thought that maybe a phone call to the police station would have sort of thrown our relationship 2 steps back instead of forward. So I drove him home. I let him out of the car, at which point he was a little bit grumbly, a little unhappy with me. But that was some quality time and an experience that I'm sure we'll never forget. We'll look back on this, Doug, when we're older, and we'll laugh about it, okay? And sorry for kidnapping you. I wasn't allowed to drive him. I don't think I've driven him since, actually. Which isn't so bad when you think about it. But, Anyway, happy 15th birthday, Doug. I love you so much, and I'm super happy to have you as my brother. And even though you might not be so sure of it yet, you're happy to have me as your sister too. Right? Right? Yes, he is. Alright, that's all. So that's the story of how I kidnapped my brother. I wouldn't recommend doing it to your siblings, but I don't know. It was effective, and okay. I'm gonna go outside and take some pictures, probably of, like, snails and stuff. I don't know. It's gonna be great. Okay, bye.